Acts 7, verse 52. Name one prophet your ancestors didn't persecute. They even killed the ones who predicted the coming of the righteous one, the Messiah, whom you betrayed and murdered. John chapter 2, verse 19. Jesus replied, destroy this temple, and in 3 days I will raise it up. Verse 22. After he was raised from the dead, the disciples remembered that he had said this, and they believed both Jesus and the scriptures.
You can simply speak truth from the Bible, and it will be considered an argument. If this has happened to you, this video is for you.
Ever had an argument with someone about something they did to you and still doing it? I mean, they know they're doing it. You know they're doing it. They know they're doing it. Yet, they mad at you for what they doing. In fact, if they could, they would just take one big old number 2 pencil and erase you. It takes a special character to be this wicked. If you've made it this far, welcome to Being Authentic Rules, where we're becoming like fine wine, one message at a time. Pull up a stool to the bar while we examine exactly why. Truth is, it's not you. It's the truth they want to destroy. Now, the minute you find out someone wants you gone, so to speak, the natural instinct is to defend yourself. But we, as followers of Christ, understand that we don't wrestle against flesh and blood. No. We wrestle against evil and wickedness, those spirits. So, since we're wrestling against spirits, we know that we have to fight in the spirit. Ephesians chapter 6, verse 14 of the Bible tells us, stand your ground, putting on the sturdy belt of truth and the body armor of God's righteousness. And Ephesians 4:15 says, instead, we will hold to the truth in love, becoming more and more in every way like Christ, who is the head of his body, which is the church. So, in every turn, we try to follow what Ephesians chapter 4, verse 25 says. So put away all falsehood and tell your neighbor the truth, because we belong to each other. Now, people will react to you telling the truth in many different ways, depending on their character and who they are. Some will receive God's word, while others, well, not so much. There is an example of where this actually took place in the Bible. And thank God, it's Jesus. So we can actually turn and see how Jesus responded in this situation. So we know why we too may be unappreciated, slandered, talked about, and just simply unaccepted. The book of John, chapter 8, verse 31 through 47. And it reads, Jesus said to the people who believed in him, "You are truly my disciples if you remain faithful to my teachings, and you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free." "But we are descendants of Abraham," they said. Now, this is the Jewish leaders speaking. "We have never been slaves to anyone." "What do you mean you will be set free?" Jesus replied, "I tell you the truth. Everyone who sins is a slave of sin. A slave of sin, a slave is not a permanent member of the family, but a son is part of the family forever. So, if the Son sets you free, you are truly free." Jesus has just told the Jewish leaders, number one, they are slaves in bondage. Number two, they are not a part of Abraham's family lineage. Let's continue on to see what else he says. Verse 37. "Yes, I realize that you are descendants of Abraham, and yet some of you are trying to kill me because there's no room in your hearts for my message. I am telling you what I saw when I was with my father, but you are following the advice of your father." Now, Jesus really went in this time. Let's see what truths he uncovered. Number one, he uncovered the attacks on his life. He said, "Y'all trying to kill me." Number two, he uncovered the evil that was in their hearts. Number three, he uncovered the fact that they're Satan's offspring. That's basically what he called them. Let's continue. Verse 39. "Our father is Abraham," with an exclamation point. So you know they yelling. They declared. "No," Jesus replied, "for if you were really the children of Abraham, you would follow his example. Instead, you are trying to kill me because I told you the truth, which I heard from God. Abraham never did such a thing. No, you are imitating your real father." They replied, "We aren't illegitimate children. God himself is our true father." Verse 42, Jesus told them, "If God were your father, you would love me because I have come to you from God. I am not here on my own, but he sent me." Verse 43, "Why can't you understand what I am saying?" Now, it sounds to me he's pleading with them at this point. He goes on to say, "It's because you can't even hear me. For you are the children of your father, the devil, and you love to do the evil things he does. He was a murderer from the beginning. He has always hated the truth because there is no truth in him. When he lies, it is consistent with his character, for he is a liar and the father of lies." Now, if you skip down to verse 47, it says, "Anyone who belongs to God listens gladly to the words of God. But you don't listen because you don't belong to God. Whew. So you see, the Jewish leaders were angry with Jesus for shedding light on the situation. They wanted things to remain the same because they were benefiting from it. They were benefiting from others not being able to see the truth. Jesus' truth exposed their shady tactics. Jesus spoke the truth. Even in the face of opposition, he stood firm, and so should we. Besides, no matter who comes and who goes, the truth ain't going nowhere. It's here to stay, and so are you and me. Well, friends, that's all for today. If you feel led to like, comment, share, or subscribe, don't let the enemy stop you. No matter what, thank you for being here. Until next time, I love you and keep sunsetting the bar. Bye for now.